Today we are discussing about the paper wastewater treatment. It's an open elective for circuit branches. So it's presented by Professor S. Sumati, APCE and Head GCE, Tanjavur. In wastewater treatment, first we see about the module 1, water quality. So what is essential for all human life? Without water we can survive in the world. So first we must know about the what is water, what are the various quality required for the water, what are the various treatment process required for the water. That will be discussed in the paper. Then go for wastewater. When we use the water, finally it will comes under wastewater. How to treat the wastewater, how to dispose the wastewater, that will be detailedly discussed in the paper. First go for water quality. So what is water quality? Water quality is measured by several factors such as the concentration of dissolved oxygen, bacteria levels, amount of salt, that is salinity, amount of materials suspended in the water, that is turbidity, then concentration of microscopic algae, bacteria, that is organism present in the water, then quantities of pesticides, herbicides, heavy metal and other contaminants in the water. Types of water. So water is classified into further categories. First, chemical water. What is meant by chemical water? Chemical water is nothing but pure water. It is the combination of H2O, that is hydrogen ions and oxygen ions. Next one, potable water. Potable water means it does not contain any harmful substances and good for drinking. That water is fit for drinking. Next one, palatable water. This water is aesthetically good and produce the good appearance. It uses for other than drinking purposes. Next one, wholesome water. So wholesome water is chemically not pure, but that water does not contain harmful substances. Another one, polluted water. The water contains harmful substances but does not contain pathogens. Pathogens means bacteria, virus, like that. That type of water is called a polluted water. The last one is contaminated water. So contaminated is the water means it contains more amount of pathogens present in the water. That type of pathogens created diseases to humans. So the waterborne diseases are caused by means of this pathogens only. So the waterborne diseases like typhoid, cholera, dysentery are created by this contaminated water consumed by the public. Another one, mineral water. So mineral water that contains minerals like calcium, iron and manganese, etc. This water also good water. Quality of water. Quality of water is nothing but characteristics of water. The water quality is classified into three categories, that is physical parameter, chemical parameter and biological parameter. In physical parameter, the various parameters are turbidity, color, odor, taste, temperature and conductivity are discussed. In chemical parameter, total solids, pH, alkalinity, hardness, presence of different chemical compounds like chlorides, sulfides, nitrites, DO, dissolved oxygen, BOD, biochemical oxygen demand, arsenic and other compounds are discussed in chemical parameter of water. In biological parameter, membrane filtration techniques and most probable tests are carried out to determine the amount of bacteria or amount of pathogens present in the particular water. Now see one by one, see the physical parameter. Now discuss the physical parameter. The important physical parameter is turbidity. Turbidity in water is given by various materials like suspended matter, that is clay and silt, and dissolved materials and microbial loads are present in water. It is expressed as the amount of suspended matter in milligram per liter or ppm. 1 milligram per liter equal to 1 ppm. The standard unit is that which is produced by 1 milligram of finely divided silica in 1 liter of distilled water. The permissible limit for turbidity is 5 to 10 ppm. The new acceptable limit is 1 NTU. NTU means Neflo turbidity unit. Cause for rejection, that extreme condition, the value is restricted to 5 NTU as per IS code 10500 2012. So the value of turbidity is always be less than 5 NTU is recommended for drinking. Next, methods of turbidity to measure. The 4 methods are available to measure the turbidity. Number 1 is turbidity rod. Another one is Jackson-Candle turbidity meter. Another one Neflo turbidity meter. Another one Bailey's turbidity meter. In turbidity rod, it is used in the field, directly gives the values of turbidity value in the field. Next, Jackson-Candle turbidity meter. Its unit is indicating as JTU. When the turbidity of water is less than 25 milligram per liter, Jackson-Candle turbidity meter is preferred. It is carried out in laboratory. Neflo turbidity meter, it is one of the instrument to measure the turbidity. When the NTU value is 0 to 1 ppm, this method is recommended. Bailey's turbidity meter, the turbidity value is measured up to 2 ppm. This method is recommended. The first method to measure turbidity is turbidity rod. It consists of a graduated tape, graduated aluminum rod, platinum needle. The graduated tape is provided on the top of the rod, and the bottom graduated aluminum rod is provided. In the bottom of the aluminum rod, it having a platinum needle, and one end of needle having nickel ring. The dimension of platinum needle is 1 mm. The length of graduated aluminum rod is 20.3 centimeter. The length of graduated tape is 12.2 centimeter. This type of turbidity meter is this type of turbidity rod is directly used in the field to take a direct measurement. When the turbidity rod is immersed in the turbidity water, when the nickel ring disappeared, that point indicating the turbidity of the particular sample. The eyepiece, the position of eyepiece is provided on the top of the rod. We can take enormous time to collect the turbidity value in the field. The next method is Jackson-Candle turbidity meter. Turbidity is measured in the laboratory. It consists of graduated glass tube, metal container, metal stand, and standard candle. The candle is also called as Jackson candle. The special case of this candle is it does not produce any fume or ashes. How it works? First, place the metal stand. Below the metal stand, you place the standard candle. Above the metal stand, place the container. Inside the container, provided the graduated glass tube. When the water sample to be tested, the sample water is poured into the glass tube, then flame the standard candle. If you see on the top of the glass tube, the flame is visible. If you add some more water, the flame is slightly visible. If you add another some more water, the flame of the candle is invisible. That point is noted as turbidity of the given sample. So you get a better value. Do pour the sample and remove the sample so many times to get a better accuracy. Method is Bailey's turbidity meter. It consists of a metal casing. In one side of this metal casing, two glass tubes are side by side is placed. One is used for standard sample, another one is used for raw sample. In the opposite side or other end of the chamber, it consists of a lamp, back side of the lamp having reflector. The two glass tubes side by side are placed under white opal glass plate. Above the white opal glass plate, blue cobalt glass plate is provided. How is work? When the lamp of 250 volt is switched on, so the light will be reflected on the reflector and pass on scattering to the glass tubes, comparing the color of the raw sample with the standard solution. If the both colors are matched, that value is noted as the turbidity of the value. Suppose the color is not matched, taken the reference sample and put another one more reference sample, comparing the color, we can create so many colors and compare the reference color to the given raw sample. Based on the right reflection, you get the turbidity value. Another method, Neflo turbidity meter. It is nowadays this method is very familiar to measure the turbidity value in laboratory. In the Neflo turbidity meter, by using the principles of scattering of light, we can find out the turbidity value. If you prepare the reagents of 0 to 1 ppm or 0 to 10 ppm, 0 to 100, so whatever we require, the different reagents are prepared, then put on the next parameter, color. Water gets color due to leaves, peat, logs and other organic matter in the solution or colloidal matter. The permissible limit of color is 5 to 20 ppm. The standard unit of color is that which is produced in 1 milligram of platinum cobalt in the form of chloroplatinate ions. Color measuring instrument is tintometer. Acceptable limit of color is 5 TCU. For case of rejection, it is recommended as 5 TCU as per the new code. Parameter, taste and odor. Pure water as always tasteless and odorless. Therefore, if any type of taste and odor is present, it indicates water pollution. So taste is due to the dissolved minerals and dissolved inorganic solids. So water is due to hydrogen sulfide gas, carbon dioxide and ammonia gas, etc. So it is also due to dissolved organic vegetable matter. So both are inseparable and can be measured in the same scale. That scale is called a threshold odor number, TON. So TO, mathematically TON is equal to A plus B divided by A, where A denotes volume of raw water sample, B denotes volume of distilled water to dilute. The permissible value of TON is 1 to 3. It is measured by osmoscope. Suppose in some competition questions, it is given as what is the TON value for taste and odor. The values are given. The raw water volume is given, substitute in A. Volume of distilled water to dilute is given, it is substitute in B. Substitute A plus B divided by A. You are getting the TON value. Next physical parameter is temperature. So temperature is the important parameter to desirable any biological activity. The suitable temperature is 10 to 20 degrees centigrade. Greater than 25 degree centigrade is highly objectionable in water. Next parameter, conductivity. The total amount of dissolved salt present in water is measured by the specific conductivity of water. So specific conductivity of water is determined by means the portable ionic water tester and expressed in micromoles per centimeter at 25 degree centigrade. So the specific conductivity of water in micromoles per centimeter at 25 degree centigrade is multiplied by coefficient 0.65. The water is more salinity, it indicates more conductivity. The permissible value for conductivity is nil. Up to this, we can discuss about the various physical parameters of water quality. The chemical characteristics of water and biological characteristics of water is discussed in the next class. Thank you.